Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Matty here from Chill TCG. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Evolving Skies deck list. Today we're going to be taking a look at an Leafeon VMAX deck. I'm actually super excited. In my opinion, one of the biggest sleeper decks and sleeper cards that is going to be coming out in Evolving Skies, or a card that has already come out in Evolving Skies. The deck is super good. It has a lot of synergy, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys today. We're going to kick things off with Leafeon V. 200 HP grass type, weak to fire, retreat cost of 1. Leaf Blade is the attack, grass, 2 colorless, 90 damage, flip a coin, if heads it does 60 more. Not a great attack, however the ability on this thing makes this deck so much more consistent. Greening Cells is the name of the ability, and it reads, once during your turn you may search your deck for a grass energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So it's basically just a guaranteed +1 energy that you can go ahead and attach onto the Leafeon to end your turn. Makes the deck so much more consistent. Realistically, we're going to guarantee that we can probably get 2 energies onto this Leafeon VMAX turn 2 if we're going to be able to evolve into it. Speaking of Leafeon VMAX, let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. 310 HP, retreat cost of 2, grass type, of course, weak to fire. This guy's got 2 attacks. The first one is going to be the main bread and butter here for the list. Grass, not grass energy, and a colorless. 60 damage times. It does 60 damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So, of course, lots of Pokemon have a retreat cost of like 2, so realistically you're doing about 120 damage for 2 energies. However, we have some cards in the deck that is going to increase our opponent's retreat cost, and that is going to increase the damage done by Leafeon VMAX. An already really consistent setup card to get that 2 energies on the Leafeon VMAX, like we saw with the Leafeon V, and we have plenty of ways to increase that damage with Grass Knot. That's going to be the main strategy of the deck. The ways that we're increasing that damage and increasing the opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost, mainly, first of all, is going to be the Team Up Absol here. Now, this is, of course, going to be a pre-rotation list. Absol is not entirely needed, but it does make the deck better. Post-rotation, I still think Leafeon will be fairly consistent. Absol here, it's got the ability Dark Ambition. It's going to be one of these bench sitters that we put down. The ability reads, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, its retreat cost is 1 more. Definitely pretty good. Not only is this increasing the damage that Leafeon VMAX does, but it's actually just increasing the retreat cost of a lot of Pokemon, and a lot of decks right now rely on things like Air Balloon to be able to pivot out of the active spot. So I think that this Absol card definitely going to be super clutch. On top of Absol, we are running the Galar Mine card. Galar Mine Stadium is super, super cool. It increases the retreat cost from both active Pokemon by 2. Now, you might say, that's cool. That's going to increase that damage done by Leafeon VMAX by 120, but it also increases our retreat cost. Not a big deal. We do get that damage boost. However, we are running this new Snow Leaf badge, the tool card, which was created for Leafeon and Glaceon VMAX. This card reads, if the Pokemon V this card is attached to has Leafeon or Glaceon in the name, which ours does, it has no retreat cost or weakness. So it has no retreat cost and no weakness if we attach the Snow Leaf to our Leafeon's going to be super, super, super good. Now, we're also running a couple Tool Jammers. We have 3 of each. The Tool Jammers are going to be what we attach to pretty much all of these other Pokemon, and it's going to be if they boss something up, then they're bossing themselves into a Tool Jammer, and that is going to be really difficult for them to deal with. No Air Balloon, going to really kind of trap them. And Tool Jammer, of course, turns off your opponent's tool card, so definitely a very, very, very cool trainer card. Tool card to be putting in this list, and I think it has a really good synergy. Now, we are running 1 Crobat, 1 Dedenne for some draw support, as well as a Kricketune V, and we do have a nice Eldegoss V as well to get some of those supporter cards back out of our discard pile. Going to be really clutch because Boss's Orders is going to be really important with the deck. If we're trapping Pokemon in the active spot and increasing their retreat cost, we want to be able to boss up certain Pokemon to keep them there. So definitely super cool. We are running a Marshadow. The Marshadow's here because we have a lot of Pokemon with abilities. We don't want Path to the Peak out here. Definitely would be pretty detrimental. But it's also one of those things where Chaotic Swell is still pretty common, at least until rotation. I mean, we want to be able to have our Galar Mines out, so we're running a Marshadow just to kind of make that a little bit more consistent. And we also have a Mew. The Mew is here going to just protect these Absols that are going to be sitting on our bench. Realistically, really going to help us in that Urshifu matchup because we are a lot of times going to be benching the Crobat and the Dedenne. I think that Mew is just going to be a pretty big staple card in the next few weeks until rotation, so I think it fits pretty nicely in this list. 4 Pokemon Communications and 4 Quick Ball. That's it for Pokemon Search. However, we are running 2 Capture Energies to increase, getting those basic Pokemon on our bench as consistently as possible. Now, 1 Tool Scrapper on top of the Tool Jammers. Again, we do not want Air Balloon running around in our opponent's deck. Tool Jammer is going to help with that for sure. 4 Boss's Orders, like I said, 4 Marnie and 4 Research, so plenty of consistent draw support with the deck. And we are running 1 Guzma Hala. Now, Guzma Hala is kind of just that 60th card in the list, you might say. Now, Galar Mine, super important, and Snow Leaf Badge, very important. So Guzma Hala is going to help us grab both of those. It can also help us grab a Capture Energy, so a very useful card in the deck. Just running 1 of those. But yeah, in terms of the energies, we're just running 8 basic grass energies, nothing too fancy, with of course 2 capture energies. Now this deck has a lot of synergy. For an example, most Pokemon have a retreat cost of 2. So let's say the retreat cost is 2, and we do have Galar Mine in the active spot. For instance, let's say a Shadow Rider VMAX. We're going against the Shadow Rider VMAX, very popular, very powerful VMAX card. Galar Mine increases its retreat cost to 4. Now Leafeon does 60 damage for each energy in our opponent's Pokemon's retreat cost. So 6 times 4, that's 240 damage. Pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. But I think that the list overall is just going to be very consistent. And I think that's going to be the main merit with Leafeon. Very consistent kind of chip damage here and there. And I think that that's going to be the big merit for Leafeon. I also don't think there's many Fire-type decks in the format right now. So I think that Grass is in a pretty good spot. But this is the list. Let me know what you guys think. I think post-rotation things will change a little bit. No Mew, no Marshadow, no Absol, or Dedenne, but we can definitely kind of keep most of the cards in this list in here. We can change it around a little bit, and I still think that Leafeon will be pretty impressive after rotation, but for right now, I think it is actually a really high-tier deck. We're going to hop on the ladder. We're going to hop into a match or two, see if we can't get some good gameplay to show you guys exactly what Leafeon VMAX can do. I'm super excited. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm a big fan of Leafeon VMAX as well as all the evolutions. We'll cover probably all of their decks here in the upcoming days, so don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let's get into some gameplay. I really can't wait. Let's yeah, I don't know. Let's get right into it. All right, hopping into a ladder match. We're playing Mockery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We are playing, of course, Leafeon VMAX. We really want to go first. We lost the coin flip. Not great. Going first with Leafeon gives us such a big advantage, but unfortunately not great for us at all. Definitely not a great start either. We're going to be starting with Crobat. We do have Calm and Research in hand, so not the worst hand if we're going second, but realistically not the hand that we wanted. We see the nice little promo Crobat, which is cool. Let's see what deck we're playing against. We see the Dark Energy, so this could potentially be Eternatus. Now, I think the matchup against Etern, not super great. I think the most damage we can do against Etern is 300, so we're just a little bit short with that. But overall, I think that we might be able to pull some funky stuff out this turn. It's actually not Etern. It's going to be the Water Energy. Could this be Urshifu? No. What is this? What is this deck? I'm actually very... Oh, yeah, it's ADP. My bad. ADP Moltres. This is actually good for us. This is actually extremely good for us. ADP has a retreat cost of 3, so this puts us in a pretty good situation if I'm being 100% honest here. Now, I don't know, do we want to Guzma Hala this turn instead of the Research? That's the big question we could grab, but we already have Stadium in hand. I think that Research is probably actually going to be our better option either way here. So, I think right off the bat, we definitely want to grab a Leafeon V. That's the one thing we need to get out immediately. And I think we can feel free to Galar Mine, and I am actually going to switch into this Leafeon here and just go ahead and Research. So, what we want to do is set up for a nice KO on the ADP next turn, and I think we should be able to do that as long as Galar Mine stays there on the board. Let's Quick Ball away a boss here. Feeling pretty good about doing that. Absol could be pretty good in this matchup for sure. We started with a Crobat against ADP, which is really bad, realistically. We could get a second Leafeon down. Now, I don't know. Is that the better play? You know, it might be. It definitely might be. Yeah, we're actually going to grab a second Leafeon. We do have a Marnie and a Dedenne in hand. We're going to just split the energies here with greening. We're not actually going to split. I think it's safer for us to go ahead and attach 2 to the active, guarantee that we're going to be able to kind of KO an ADP next turn with the Leafeon. If this Galar Mine is able to stay up there, he could play Chaotic Swell. He actually plays a Viridian, which is not a big deal. We definitely have a high chance of drawing into another Galar Mine. In retrospect, Guzma Hala would have been good if we were to grab that second Galar Mine. We would have been in a pretty good spot right now, but we don't know if we would have... actually, yeah, because we could have captured... Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, Guzma Hala probably the better play. He does have 2 energies, dark energies on this Moltres already, but luckily that thing is weak to Grass, which is pretty good. Now, if he does bring up this ADP to to Altered Creation GX, we actually have a pretty good chance of... as long as we can find Galar Mine, we have a pretty good chance of getting the KO. And actually, now that I think about it, so we need Galar Mine, I think, or double Absol. We could try to get 2 Absols down on our board, I suppose. Ooh, he does hit us with the Mawile GX there. Gonna snag our Dedenne-GX in hand. Always forget about the Mawile GX. Definitely not super great. I mean, he is gonna feel free to get in here and Altered Creation GX. So we gotta draw something good off the Marnie here. But at least we gotta hope. That's kind of our only hope at this point. So he's going to get that off. So we need a few more pieces here. The Marshadow is interesting. We're not really going to use it. Let's evolve the active Leafeon right off the bat. So now, okay, so what we could do technically, we could boss up the Moltres, but I think we have to KO this ADP here. I think that's going to be extremely, extremely important. He has 2 cards in hand, though. He's already down 2 Dedenne and a Crobat. I don't know what's in his hand. I don't really feel comfortable bossing up the Moltres to get the KO, although... Is that the best play? I wonder. I really do wonder. So our play here is to Marnie. Maybe we draw into Galar Mine and we can KO the active ADP. That would be really good, but it would also be kind of a high-risk, high-reward play. Or we could boss up the Moltres, Marshadow away the Viridian Forest, and KO the Moltres. That could be a pretty decent play as well, but we don't know what's in his hand. I'm actually going to elect to take the prize cards first, I think. So... yeah, we're going to go ahead and just Marshadow. We're not going to grab an energy with Viridian Forest, however, because we need that Marnie in hand, I think, for next turn. Although we are taking 2 prize cards, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and resetting Hole without grabbing that energy. And now, let's boss up the Moltres. Feeling pretty good about doing this here. We're going to do enough to KO with weakness. With Grass Knot, going to be doing 240. We're taking 2 prize cards here. Now, he doesn't have Viridian Forest, and he does not have many cards in his hand. He only has 2 cards in the hand, so I'm really hopeful. Hopefully, those 2 cards aren't anything super good, or hopefully his top deck isn't super good. Even if he ultimate raises, though, potentially not that great. And he does have the Eldegoss in hand, so he's going to be able to grab that research. Pretty good play on his part, 100%. Definitely pretty fortunate. For him, though, his board is completely locked, and he doesn't really have a great target in terms of, after the ultimate ray here. And this is a pretty interesting situation. This air balloon, definitely pretty pesky, I would say. Definitely a pesky little card that we have here. It's going to make it a lot harder for us to one-hit KO the ADP here. And I think that, honestly, the play that we have to make... the Absol could be good, because we could draw into Tool Scrapper as well. We are going to bench the Absol, and I'm actually going to go ahead and attach energy to this Leafeon, and I'm going to Snow Leaf Badge to this guy here. Might have been the incorrect play. We'll have to see. Let's Marnie here. The hand is a little bit awkward. We don't have any more draw supporters, unfortunately. Just really not a great situation for us to be in at the moment. Let's get rid of one of these energies. And now I think what we're kind of forced to do is we could grab another Absol, but we probably are going to want to bench that Kricketune, I think. Let's fail the Quick Ball, actually. Let's bench this Kricketune, and let's Exciting Stage. Eldegoss. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, and it's a very bad situation for us to be in right now. We're going to have to Grass Knot the active. It only does 120 damage because that air balloon is there. We did not find any Tool Jammers or Tool Scrappers there. So just kind of an unfortunate series of draws. Now, Okay, so he's going to go ahead and elect to just take the KO on the active. This puts him in a really good spot because he can kind of KO something pretty easily with Mawile if he has the boss's orders next turn, and he hasn't played any bosses yet, so honestly, pretty likely that we do kind of see that happen, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if he can kind of get that rolling. He's taking 4 massive prize cards here. Hopefully the Marnie sticks. His bench is full, so that is kind of a possibility, I think, at this point. Let's attach to the Leafeon. And what we could do is bench the Absol. This would kind of give us the capability of KOing without Galar Mine this turn. We just need the VMAX. So let's bench that Absol, and let's exciting stage before we Marnie. And there's the Mew, not going to help us. So now we have to Marnie, and we need a way to find the VMAX here. We draw into it, which is pretty good, and we could also Galar Mine. We just got to hope he doesn't have boss's orders in that 4-card hand or a way to draw into it. So let's put Galar Mine there. Let's evolve this active Leafeon. And now we're just kind of praying. We're going to go ahead and take 3 prize cards here. Unfortunately, if he has boss, he's going to be able to just KO the Absol, I think, with the Mawile GX. Because our bench is full, so it is going to be doing enough damage. So let's see. We either win this game or we lose this game. The draws were a little bit unfortunate. We'll have to see. 5 cards in hand. Does he have the boss's orders? I honestly think it's probably pretty likely. He hasn't played a single one yet, but you never know. You never know. He's down 2 Dedennes and a Crobat and Eldegoss. So if he doesn't have it in hand, then we still have a shot. The fact is he brought up Mawile just immediately, though, which makes me think he probably does have it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes on here. Okay, so he's going to get rid of Galar Mine with Viridian. He's only got 2 cards in hand now. We haven't seen boss yet, so if we haven't seen it yet, he might not have it. He might scoop the game if he doesn't have it as well. That could be definitely something that happens. So there's the Zacian, only 1 card left in hand, and it's a Metal Saucer, so I think we're safe. I think we kind of squeezed away a win here. I think that Marnie actually stuck, whatever the word might be. Definitely pretty fortunate for us, I would say. And there goes the Wily Bite. Unfortunately for this kind sir right now, this is going to be the match. And there's actually the Galar Mine just to kind of top it off, just like that. So yeah, we're going to be able to Grass Knot here for the KO. Yeah, man, definitely an interesting game. 300 damage. I think that matchup is typically pretty beneficial for us. I think we kind of just got a little bit unlucky with the draws, but overall, kind of felt good. Leafeon GX taking down ADP, or not Leafeon GX, Leafeon VMAX. Pretty decent. Let's hop into one more game and see if we can't showcase Leafeon VMAX just a little bit more. All right, let's get into our second game here on the ladder. We're playing Jaweb 99. Not sure what deck he is going to be playing. We see the Marnie coin in the Bidoof deck box. This guy is blinging out. We actually won the coin flip, though. Very, very good for us. Yeah, we're going to go first. Hopefully, we do find the Leafeon and the energy. That would be super good. Unfortunately, we do not. We do have a capture energy, though, so not all hope is lost. Not the best hand, though, as we will be going first. But you know what? It could be worse. We actually just draw into the Leafeon, so you kind of love to see that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I'm actually going to switch into this Leafeon just immediately, and we're going to pop the capture energy off. Now, lots of things we could be grabbing here. I think that, honestly, Kricketune might be the best option considering what we have in our hand at the moment. I know grabbing another Leafeon could be pretty good, but I think grabbing Kricketune here, kind of the smart play. Now we're going to go ahead and greening cells. And let's attach that energy to the Leafeon V in the active. I don't know what we're playing. We see the Sobble here. Could be Urshifu. Could be Decidueye. Really, a lot of decks are running the Shady Dealings engine right now, so it really could be anything. Excuse me. So we'll see. Quick balling away the boss's orders. Let's see what he grabs here. Let's see what he decides to grab. So it is Urshifu. It's fine. We do have Mew in the deck, which is pretty good. Starting with Dedenne-GX, though, definitely not what we wanted. But I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. All things considered, we're not going to be able to KO the active. If we top deck a Galar Mine right now, that would be absolutely insane. We would love that. Or maybe a Quick Ball so we could Crobat. Things, just plenty of different options, I think. But overall, I think our hand is kind of decent. We can also exciting stage with the Kricketune, pull off some perhaps interesting plays if that's the case. But this is definitely an interesting matchup for sure. We played ADP last game, and now we're playing against Rapid Strike Urshifu. So I'm actually really interested to see how these matchups go. The most we're hitting on this guy is like 240, so we can KO the V, but we cannot one-hit KO the VMAX. But we could set up either way for a nice 2-hit KO. Let's see what we top deck. Okay. All right. Okay, I mean, it's, you know, sometimes it just happens like that, though. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes you just can't help it. I'm going to attach the energy there, Galar Mine, and the game's going to lag there for a sec. We're going to bring up that Urshifu because we will most definitely want to take the KO on that bad boy. And that thing has, of course, 4 energy and retreat costs. We're doing 240 damage. There's another Leafeon as well. We should have calmed that now that I think about it, being 100% honest with you. But we're gonna go ahead and just take our prize cards this turn. Very nice top deck off the Galar Mine into a swift misplay benching that Leafeon. There's the energy. And there is another Pokemon Communications. Not the best play on our part, but I think that we probably won't get punished here, all things considered. If we top take a Pokemon, we can also comp for Eldegoss and boss up another Urshifu if you were to have benched it, which would be pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. But I think we're in a pretty decent position now with Galar Mine. We got the Leafeon with 3 energy, so we can kind of hit away with 170 as well. That could be a nice 2-hit KO if Galar Mine gets discarded in any way. Could be pretty good. I know he runs Tower of Waters potentially, and that would, of course, eliminate his retreat costs, so we would have to rely on that max leaf attack. He's going to grab another Rapid Strike Urshifu, bench that guy. Is he going to attach to it this turn? He doesn't. And we top deck another Galar Mine. Definitely interesting, for sure. Kind of an interesting situation. I am going to actually Guzma Hala. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this. Let's discard Calm and a Galar Mine. Now, I want Snow Leaf Badge. I want Capture Energy. I don't actually want Capture Energy now that I think about it. But should we even grab another Galar Mine? I'm going to try to Exciting Stage here. So I don't know if it's even worth grabbing another Galar Mine. We're actually just going to grab Snow Leaf Badge. Let's attach it to the active. And let's attach this one to the Leafeon. And now let's Exciting Stage and draw 2 more cards. Let's see if we can grab something good. The Crobat, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm actually going to keep that Calm in the hand, though, and we're going to just pop off with the Crobat here. We really would like to find a way to get Mew, and we do. Let's come away the Absol. I'm not too worried about it, to be 100% honest with you. And let's grab the Mew. I think we're just going to be kind of playing the long game here at this point. We can boss up that Urshifu next turn if he does not find the VMAX, so that could be a pretty good situation for us. And I feel pretty good just hitting with the Max Leaf here, doing 170 damage. Get that Sobble out of here. Now we only have to go through 1 VMAX, so I think we're definitely in an advantageous state at the moment in this matchup. But we'll see what he has in his hand. You know, his hand could be pretty dead. We could be pretty fortunate this game. Going first, though, I'll tell you, feels very good with Leafeon. There goes the Shady Dealings in Talion. He's going to be able to grab 2 trainer cards, so he should pretty much be able to set up everything that he needs to this game. Overall, you know, I think he's in a pretty good situation. But, you know, I think that even if he evolves into the VMAX, we have Mew there. We can hit that VMAX for 170 next turn, even if he doesn't promote it with Boss's Orders. So, overall, I think we are in a very good situation. Going to be perhaps another quick game. He's going to grab Evolution Incense and Tower of Waters. Probably pretty smart play from him. And there goes the Karate Belt. So, you know, we could... Well, I mean, we have Bench Barrier Mew, so, you know, I'm not too worried. We also don't have a Quick Shooting Inteleon out at the moment, which is pretty good for us. And he's going to go ahead and just research, so no defensive boss or anything like that we have to worry about. He discards the Switch and the Raihan. There goes another Shady Dealings Drizzile. What will he be grabbing with this one, I wonder? I'm definitely pretty curious about that. He's going to be grabbing another Research, potentially for next turn. I wonder if he has the energy in hand. He's going to Air Balloon the active. Interesting play. And he is going to attach the Rapid Strike energy. Will he attack this turn with a Gale Thrust, though? He doesn't 2-hit KO us. Honestly, I think Leafeon has a pretty good advantage, I think, in this matchup. He is actually going to switch in, and this is an interesting play. He's going to hit us for the 150. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, I'm kind of happy that he did that. But first of all, I'm going to quick ball away the Tool Jammer. I'm just going to grab an Absol. And I'm going to comment away here for another Leafeon VMAX. And now I think we're in a really good spot unless we see some hand disruption here. We have the energy and we have boss in hand, kind of like a checkmate situation. I feel pretty good just max leafing here. And we're going to hit him for the 170. That is a nice 2-hit KO situation here. We're also healing 30 damage. Not that it really mattered, but potentially it could have. But yeah, I mean, I think that we're in a very good spot at the moment. He could Marnie us, but with the 2 cards in the hand, I don't really suspect him doing that. He's probably going to retreat out into another Urshifu, kind of do some more chip damage. But at the moment, I think that we're really chilling with this energy and the boss's orders. I think we have literally everything that we might need to finish the game next turn. We'll see, though. We could see the Marnie. I know he has another research in hand, so if he plays that research, I think we're safe. But we're going to see a quick shooting Inteleon here. Good thing we healed 30 damage, because if we had not, he definitely would have been able to get the KO. And there's the Medicham. So he is, of course, running that new and improved Urshifu list. Unfortunately, though, Leafeon going first, just so powerful, so disruptive. And he's actually going to start chipping away at the Mew, but I think with boss's orders in hand, there's not much that he can really do. Yeah, he's going to go into the fresh Urshifu, hit us, and that's just going to be the game. We're just going to go ahead and well play this, good sir. And let's boss up that Urshifu. Absolute destruction. Absolute destruction from Leafeon VMAX. You love to see it. 340 HP, 2-hit KO. Super great. Really fun. Really fun. Leafeon feels extremely good, if I'm being honest with you. I think that it's a very consistent list. Super consistent. And I think with the Galar Mine and the Absol, definitely could be a little bit awkward for a lot of decks. I like Leafeon. I really do. It doesn't feel extremely powerful. You know, when we're playing Rayquaza, we were able to one-hit KO an E-turn VMAX, which was just absolutely insane. So that's something that Rayquaza definitely has over Leafeon. But overall, for consistent setup, I think that if you're going first with Leafeon, you can almost guarantee a nice, solid damage Grass Knot, on turn 2, which is just absolutely powerful. Let me know what you guys think of Leafeon. How else would you build it? I know I've seen some people building it with the Shady Dealings engine, with the Inteleon engine. Could be really good. Definitely could be good. A little bit more consistent finding the Galar Mines and whatnot. Just let me know. When it comes to post-rotation Leafeon decks, we'll definitely look more into that and cover that in the next coming weeks. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Maddie from Chill TCG. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more content. We're going to be covering all the new decks here on the channel in the upcoming days. We also have Chill Series number 45 coming up this Wednesday. So don't forget to go register for that. Evolving Skies packs in the prize pool, as well as Evolving Skies cards legal for the tournament. So super excited to see what people bring, what new decks and what new archetypes come, and how well they do here in the upcoming Chill TCG tournament. I'm super excited. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.